Here's a riddle. I'm going to list 5 words.
Okay.
4 of them are potential names for my kin.
Okay.
One of them is not.
Okay.
Ready? Cherry, brie, breeze, can, swirl.
Okay. Cherry, breeze, brie, cherry, can, and swirl. I'm going to be honest with you, Molly. These are all horrible. If I met any of these kids,
Can?
Can is, I mean, it's got to be can, but the others are pretty bad too. Can? Hey
It's
there,
borderline
can.
offensive.
You guys got it.
It's so bad.
Can. I would never name my kid Can.
But you would name them the other things?
Brie, like the cheese.
That's a
But-
name.
Swirl was sort of a spur of the moment. I'll have 9 months to prepare, so swirl
You have
Swirl
more than
is-
9 months.
is a working title.
right?
I do
'Cause
not
you're
like.
not-
Swirl is
pregnant.
almost as bad as can.
Swirl is bad.
Okay, but if you had to choose
If you had
swirl
to
or
choose,
can,
Gun
Sounds
to
like
my head,
swirl.
I had to
Swirl.
choose.
swirl's gonna go farther in life.
of course.
Yeah, because
She's
she has
just
to
got a zest.
overcompensate because she has a name that is ass.
Are you kidding? No. If that were the logic, then Can would probably have a better life, right?
Can
because
won't.
there's a lot
Can
more
won't
to
make
overcome.
it out of middle school.
I
Uh-uh.
know.
Not unscathed.
Okay, so it's just gonna be Brie, Breeze, Swirl, and Cherry.
How many kids do you plan on having?
20.
20?
Yeah.
That's a class. That's
But-
far too many.
That's too many kids, Mom.
I won't birth all of them from my canal alone. So depending on if and who I end up with, if it's a woman, then I think we should split the birthing responsibilities.
Okay.
And then that way we can each have our favorite kids, which will obviously be the ones that came out
no,
of our uteri.
no, that's
And then if
not-
we get divorced, it's like super easy prenup. Like
oh
you're
my
not actually.
god!
So,
You're just thinking about
that's-
children like they're just pieces of
Object.
they're like they're cans, like they're
Chess.
cans.
like the kids.
Chess pieces. As a child of divorce, I will say I prefer ping pong ball to cans or chess pieces, but I do feel like an inanimate object much of the time.
Uh-oh.
Damn.
Uh-oh, we got real.
Yikes. My head hurts. Write it down. I've got work. Write it down. My car died. Write it down. I've got no drive. The car is a metaphor for motivation. So it's kind of fine, I guess. Journal me fine, I guess.
We got real right in the beginning.
Can, if you're listening to this, sweetie, mommy loves you. It took me some time to sort of get comfortable with the idea of you, but mommy loves you, Can.
Can's not listening this far into the
I
podcast.
said if.
Listen, if you name a kid Can, they will never go back and look at your body of work that you made before they were born. They won't want to know more about you because you caused such irreparable harm to them.
But guys,
I would be
this is
such a badass uncle.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I
you
agree.
were.
Uncle
to-
Jay.
to Can. Are you kidding? Guys, this is, well, it's not the consummation, but what's it called when, I guess we could call, so you guys are Can's dads now, so we're all, this is the consummation of our trio, but then what's it called when I'm impregnated?
The Immaculate Conception.
Incorrect. No. Come on.
You will-
Conceived.
Yeah, immaculately.
Oh, but I said concept.
Because since you're a virgin and you'll remain one, you will conceive of a
Wait,
child.
I thought
a
you guys
can.
were going to inseminate me.
No.
For
No.
Can.
Not
No,
can.
that's not allowed. Not
Well,
for
how am I
Can.
supposed to fertilize?
It's a breach
You
of
won't.
contract.
It's immaculate. God will allow it to happen. It's
How do we know it's gonna happen though? Because kind of got a lot riding on Can.
yes.
If I'm being honest.
We can.
Nice.
Look at that.
All right, well, now I definitely can't name her that because she'll get made fun of.
Journal me
So,
fine, I guess.
I guess. Take it away, Andy.
No, you
No,
say your thing.
Justin, we're so intrigued.
So last week, our listeners may recall, we requested your own journal entries to be sent into our email. And that email is, Andy, help.
journalmefine@gmail.com.
That's
Was
the
that
one.
hard?
And so we got blasted up the wazoo with entries, and we were so excited about it. And
We have so many listeners.
so one of them we were going to read from our friend Maddie C.
You could say Maddie
has yet-
CASALE. You could
Maddie
say
She's
that.
CASALE.
yet to give us permission to use her name. Is that
She
true?
has. She's actually replied to my message. We have permission and enthusiasm to say her name and to read her
OMG.
entry. So I guess we're starting with
Maddie.
that one, huh?
Classic Maddie.
Classic
Thank
Maddie.
you, Maddie.
Thank you, Maddie.
And
I
before
hope
we
you
get
inspire
into it,
copycat.
I agree. It's Journal Me Fine, I guess. It's a
Yeah, it
comedy
is.
podcast hosted by me, Andy Vega.
I'm Justin Kosisky.
And I'm Mollie Adolf.
We bring in journal entries, we read them, we talk about them. At the end of the show, we do some improv. It's a new format that we started a couple episodes ago. So let's get into it, I guess. Should I read Maddie's journal entries?
Take it away, hombre.
Yeah.
All right. Maddie CASALE, a friend of the show, a friend of us, a comedy collaborator of sorts.
A mom, a daughter, a sister, and a lover.
I mean, you can't deny these things. She wanted to know up top. It should be noted that I was really into magic, but that this was also a normal time to be into magic and not weird at all. Okay? Not weird.
I don't think I lived through that time when
Yeah, I don't
it wasn't
remember
weird
that.
to be into magic. But
You guys remember the time where it was not
I
weird?
don't
to be-
remember that.
I had a
no.
magic phase. Let's get into the entry and then we This was written October 11th, 2006. So
Before Obama. you
before
guys.
Obama. I mean,
That's
this is
ancient
young.
history.
Before
She's-
a lot of things.
Yeah, before she's our age,
This is
so she must have been
vintage.
8 or 9. And here it is. Today I had a pretty good day at school, and I hit some balls at tennis. Right before French, I made my loose tooth even looser. I am hoping I lose my tooth by tomorrow. No, sometimes I would like to write with a quill and ink. The next week. Today I had an awesome day at school. At the last period of the day, music, I lost my tooth. It was so exciting. No, magic is cool. That's pretty good, guys.
That's adorable.
So
adorable.
just that last line about magic then?
uh
That's the bulk of it.
Magic is cool. Don't you forget it.
Don't
I
you
thought
forget
the whole
it.
entry was going to be magic. Do we think like someone did a magic trick on her and that's how the tooth fell out? Like what was the relevance?
I mean, yeah, the tooth fairy is magical, right? There is there's no other explanation of a tiny little fairy flying around, right? That's magic.
It's magic. You know, never believe it's not so.
Not so. Yeah.
Wow.
There was a phase in our childhood where I feel like 5 different musical artists came out with songs about magic in like a very short amount of time.
Magic by B.O.B. Classic song.
And then magic, Selena Gomez did a magic thing.
Mhm. And
Let's
she
talk
was
about
a
this-
wizard.
This beef in pop culture real quick, tangentially.
Okay.
Remember
me
when-
and Justin, I just want to say me and Justin are experts in pop culture.
So perfect.
Uh-huh.
Remember when Selena came out with a song and she said, who says you're not
Not
perfect?
perfect.
Okay,
Perfect.
and
Who
then,
says you're not
and I don't know if this is
perfect?
in time order, if this came out before or after. Hannah Montana said, nobody's perfect. I gotta work it. And so,
Right.
as a woman growing up with these 2 role models, I was being sent mixed messages. Am I perfect or am I not? And then Selena's throwing freaking hands. She's saying, who says you're not perfect? Give me their number, actually, because I'll beat them up. And all of us are like, freaking Hannah, Selena. or Celine. Yeah, it's Selena, not Selena. Sorry. My dog's name is Celine, but I haven't put an A at the end of it in a while, is all. Anyway,
It's
back
mixed
to Maddie's
messages.
entry. It's mixed messages and it's confusing to be a girl. Anyway, Maddie, I'm really glad that your tooth fell out.
I mean, I love the thread of like, I really
We
hope my
didn't know.
tooth comes out, and
And
then the
then it
week later it
did.
freaking does. It's a huge development.
So good.
She
And when you're that
manifested
y-
it.
She manifested, and when you're that
Manifested
young, that's
before.
so exciting.
It
It is
is.
so exciting. I want to know what she got from the Tooth Fairy. Did you guys used to get
That's a good
toys from the
question.
Tooth Fairy or money?
What the
Cold
You get,
hard
like,
cash.
A
I got
dollar.
toys.
Yeah, like $1.
I asked for toys.
Toys? What kind of
Yes.
toys? Does it make
Like
your
from
sleep
Toys
weird?
R Us. Like
I hope I get a MacBook Pro for my tooth.
My pillow's gone. What the fuck? Oh, it's a laptop.
very funny, guys. It was actually more like I wanted a fake fake food so that I could feed my dolls with it from Toys R Us, or like I wanted a little baby stroller for my dolls, or
A
like I wanted
stroller.
some shoes for my dolls.
Those
and
are
so
huge.
I would
What
sort
kind of
of
dolls?
Why are you
I
taking
had a
care of your
baby
dolls so
choo
vigorously?
choo because I was planning ahead for
To have-
Motherhood
For Can.
for Can and
Can.
Breeze. Breeze, Can, if you're listening, mommy loves you. Go to sleep, girls. It's past your bedtime, you guys.
Man, Toys R Us,
Was the best.
that
it
was
was
like
so
the
fun.
fucking
They went bankrupt,
greatest
right?
thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's sad.
We used to get their catalogs on Saturday mornings, and I would like go through every toy and say, I want this, I want that, I want this.
Yeah.
I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you, I want that toy.
Wow.
Shout out to my girl, Cardi B.
Oh yeah, Justin. What
Yes.
is going on with that? Have you
What are you up
practiced
to
at
in the
all?
dictionary?
Yeah, you were so basically you were supposed to be trying to get smarter and taller so that you can one day
That's
try
not taller.
to
You're
fall
flexing
in
your
love
muscles.
with
Yeah, I'm
Cardi
trying to
B.
get smarter. I'm trying to get taller.
How's it going?
Well, I mean, I'm doing everything I can.
Such
You are?
as
That's good. You don't always
Yeah,
see the
right.
results right away.
I don't
Trying
trust
to-
him, Molly. Like what? What have you done? Is that a book?
Trying
The
to
Power
be
of
more-
Positive Thinking he holds up.
And that's for Cardi.
Yeah, so trying to manifest this, like trying to stay positive, trying to eat
Yes.
healthier.
What are you eating?
His donuts.
That's a-
He's having a.
Yeah, it's a donut.
It's a glazed donut, though.
Mm.
A little bit stale though, so suffering is a part of health. And
Is it?
you're supposed to not, and if you don't enjoy it, it's healthy.
Mm. Okay.
Maddie's journal entries also have little wizard hats in the top corners of
Yeah,
the
I'd like to
pages.
see a picture.
That's
Um,
really cute.
it's very cute. I think it might be part of the journal. I can't tell if they're hand drawn or not.
Well,
Andy,
show
you know
us.
math. How old was she when, what did you say? She was like 8?
8 or 9, I think.
Were you guys journaling at that age?
No,
Yes.
that's a good
That,
point.
I'm so
Wait.
impressed.
This reminded me of I have a Junie B. Jones journal that I'm gonna
Junie B.
dig up for
Jones.
next week.
That'll
It's
be fun.
full of
Please.
tea. Yeah.
And full of teeth.
Yes, it's full of my teeth as well.
Thanks, Maddie, for submitting the entries. Maddie CASALE at Mad Hoops on Twitter. She has a YouTube
Mm.
radio show called Friends by Force that I'm actually sort of a co-host on. Check it out. We'll have her on the show
Two-timing
soon.
whore.
No, thanks, Maddie. Justin.
Yeah, I've got a little story that I wrote a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Once upon
Uh,
a time.
Okay.
Actually, not sure what I think this was 2015. It's called The Frog I Saw.
Of course.
Okay, The Frog I Saw by Justin Kosisky. It was a slick summer morning. There was a tone of melancholy in the air, as if the birds were singing minor chords only. Then I saw a frog. Ribbit, I exclaimed toward the frog. He tilted. I had never seen this before, a tilted frog. Why, I nearly thought I had been due for a soft pinch to determine whether or not I was truly dreaming. Well, shall I be pinched? I shouted. Moments passed, and the air remained soft. The frog's head was turned ever so slightly, like the waist of a woman when reaching for something that requires her to stand on her tippy toes, yet also reach slightly to her left, leading with her right arm and feet planted, ever so slightly. He gazed into my soul, or pupil, for lack of a better term, and spoke, not in an English language or other form of human interaction, but in frog form, and it was beautiful. My hands raced to my below the waist zipper, but my penis was too fast for my skinny fingers.
Is this a dream?
With too fast. With the touch of my tip, my lean peen barfed with all barfed with the all of an ill dragon.
Ugh.
My heart sank and was flooded with concern. Concern for the frog. Have I scared thee off? I proclaimed to the frog. Nay, squire, the frog declared. He walked out of the brush, on his two hind legs, a very odd sight, and with a swift bow he bid me adieu. A gentleman's flea, as one might propose. My lips puckered and I flustered. I called, Farewell, friend frog. I'll see you again. Without blinking an eye, he dove into the nearby stream. Elegance must have been involved in his birth, for he was the keenest animal I had ever encountered. With a zip of my pants and a lick of my finger, I left the scene, as swift as a finch. That's it.
Justin! What
Jesus
just happened?
It's a
I mean,
story.
Oh,
It's not
okay,
just
so
a story,
just
dude.
a short story that
It's a
you
short
sat down and
story.
wrote.
Yeah.
As always, I'm continually impressed by your language and the way that you write and narrate things.
Thank you.
I was concerned when things sort of slipped into a more of a questionable gray area of
Oh, you
like
mean when he
toad
put his
penis. Yeah,
hand in his pants and his penis was too fast?
too fast.
And
Too
then
which
it
is the other
barfed.
thing.
It barfed.
Like an
Yeah,
ill
did
dragon.
it? Did it?
And then he
come, or-
had he had post nut clarity being
Right.
like, is this okay?
Have I scared thee
And-
off?
Yeah, and so what was that? Also, this was taking place in like old times because he called you squire. Is that something you're
He did.
into, or yeah,
That's just how he spoke. Not sure.
right? I mean, he's fictional, so you
Right.
you made him up.
In a
That's why I'm
way.
asking you.
In a way.
But in a way,
What?
he was within you the whole time.
He sure was.
Yeah.
Where do
I
you
get
think
that.
this story came from in your childhood?
As all stories must
Yeah,
derive
Roy.
from.
Yeah. Probably when I saw that frog and jacked off in front of him and fucking he bid me adieu.
And my
That
penis was
seems-
moving around all fast, and I
Too
couldn't
On
catch
the
it.
nose,
Too furious.
Shall I be pinched?
squire.
Nay,
Doth it
squire.
upset thee?
Honestly, that's just like, to me, that's how frogs would talk. Like, I think
Right?
you captured the essence of frogs, and unfortunately, yeah, like for sure they talk like that. But we have this image of frogs that is sort of royal, and we don't expect them to be sexual. And you know, they are
princess and the
animals. They are
frog.
frogs. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a
I
good
guess
point.
frogs are sort of
Thank you.
sexualized often. What's that
It's
about?
because the prince turned it. It's because of that story where you kiss the frog and he becomes
Right.
the prince.
Yeah.
But
Can you tell
that's-
us that
it's
story?
Like chicken or egg.
Basically, in the 1800s, there is a woman who became a frog, and she had to kiss a princess, and she would come back to a queen. Or
Mm,
Uh-huh.
and so she meets this fucking dude, and
Right.
he's a prince, and he kissed her, the frog. He made out with the frog, and she turned into a royal princess.
All right. We don't. You're
This
sweating
is
so much.
Justin babysitting Can and Breeze. While
And
Andy I go
so
out
your mom
for a
should be
nice
here
meal.
pretty soon. Go to sleep, please. Can you go to sleep, please?
No.
Oh my god.
Christ.
Can, I bet, has a big personality. I can't wait to meet the bitch.
Mollie's got baby fever.
Yeah, Molly, what's up with how often do you think about like how many kids you're gonna have?
Okay, well, this came up, and this is more for the listeners because you guys obviously already know this. I came in here hot and ready with a cold open idea. Idea being that I was looking through my journals for an entry, and I got to the last page of my journal, and I just had scribbled onto literally like the back cover. I wrote girl name, Breeze. This was like in 2018.
Not after Drew.
No, not after, just like after a gentle wind. And I just was tickled by that because I truly don't enjoy kids. I certainly don't romanticize growing up and having them. But I guess I was just struck by inspiration on this day in 2018 and just needed to get it down on paper. So that sort of set us rolling on this conversation of my kids but now I just want to meet the little fucks because I bet they're weird, right? I bet they're funny.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
fucked up.
man.
I mean, yeah,
I
like
can't wait to
They
hang
say
with
you
them.
like you grow into your name. So like Andy became Andy. You
mhm.
He became
became
an ant.
Molly, and unfortunately, I became Justin.
It's really sad to hear that. Yeah.
So
but that's how
Can-
it is. So she's gonna be tough as aluminum,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and Breeze, she's gonna go with the
The
sort of with the flow.
Yeah. And Brie
Whoa.
will be made of cheese.
And
She-
Bree's gonna be a cheesy.
She's gonna be
little
lactose
bee.
intolerant, the
Oh,
little
so-
bitch. I
so
know it
sad.
already.
The
Well,
cheese
if I have
in
a
apartment
son,
23.
what
Go ahead.
was that, Justin?
The cheese in apartment 23.
Okay, that's what I thought you said. If I have a son, bratwurst.
Oh
Horrible.
Christ!
That is
So you're gonna call him Brat?
No,
You're
I'm
gonna
gonna call him
call him
bratwurst.
sausage.
Doofenshmirtz quality bratwurst.
And he's a Phineas and Ferb character. This kid will have a horrible life.
He's gonna have a
I-
bad time.
No, it's gonna be a party.
Airsoft.
Oh, Justin is armed.
Justin, you
Justin,
always
you
bring
always have a
weapons
gun
to
in these-
record.
Because you never know who's gonna pop in through that door, baby.
In your
You've been
family
in Arizona
home.
too long, honey. We
You're in a
gotta get you
suburb
back
of
to the
Phoenix
blue
in your family home.
states. Put down the gun. Is that for Nerfs?
No, Molly, it's not
Molly.
Nerf, you nerd. It's
It's
airsoft.
What's that?
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Are
I
you
wasn't. I
dead
didn't play with.
ass?
I
Are
didn't play
you-
with guns when I was little.
Oh, because you
was-
lived in the city and not in the
Yeah.
desert.
Oh,
Like us?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're
Well,
from the
airsoft-
fucking desert.
Desert. Plastic
we-
BBs
I
and guns, and you
know.
shoot them at each other,
They're
and
plastic
they sting.
It hurts, and you get a certain amount of FPS on your
Mhm.
gun, on your
Feet per
weapon.
second.
Feet per second, and
That's
that
how fast it
determines
goes.
how fast it goes and how bad it's gonna hurt.
Okay, and then so you guys would shoot each other, and then like, what if you saw like a rattlesnake or scorpion?
They don't really hurt animals. They're not that strong.
No, I mean just like while you guys were playing in the desert. What if
You
a
don't shoot
rattlesnake?
animal. If you see a
I
rattlesnake,
know.
shoot
you get the hell
saying
away.
You're being
I've
dumbasses.
killed rattlesnakes.
You've
That's
killed
all
a
I wanted to
rattlesnake?
know.
Nuh-uh.
Yes. Or
With
I killed
what?
a snake. A BB gun.
Because of
A
muggles.
rattlesnake?
I don't think it was a rattlesnake, but I have killed snakes.
A
Out of
rattlesnake
fear
will
that they're
fucking
rattlesnakes.
end you.
I
Wouldn't
know,
you
dude.
know if it were a rattlesnake?
Yeah, it rattles.
Yeah, it has a rattle on
They've
the
killed my
tail.
dogs. You gotta protect
Wait,
them.
I didn't think they killed muggles. I thought they just bit him.
Muggles just got bit, but I've had other dogs murdered by snakes.
That is so
It's fucked up.
horrifying.
Yeah, it's pretty horrible.
One time, Justin's sister put her pants on, and there was a Scorpio in the leg, and a scorpion.
Scorpio.
Andy was in the leg.
Hello. I was just taking a nap in the jeans.
I
What
think
happened
about
to
that
dreams?
a lot. I check my boots before I put my feet in them.
There ain't
in
no
case there's like
squirps
a
in
rat or
NYC.
something.
Yeah, there's no
There ain't no
scorpions.
For
squirts
rats.
in NYC.
For
There's
rats.
rats.
Yeah.
I've had rats in my walls. They don't go in your shoes. Molly, we'd love to hear your journal entry.
Okay, she's sincere.
That's cool.
So gear up. But she's not sad. She's philosophizing. Okay.
Cool. Okay.
This was written in the summer of 2018. So I was getting my yoga teacher certification.
Recent.
And so I think this is me reflecting on some of the things that I learned in my teacher training that day.
Cool.
Okay, I can't pronounce this word in Sanskrit. I'm not even going to try, but it translates to fear of death. And then I wrote, the fear is that if I let go of this, I will no longer be me. Who am I without this attachment? And then I wrote, detached does not equal apathy. We are all separate entities who can come together and mold in a way where we comfortably fit together, but that doesn't mean that I am not whole on my own. The things you love are not things that you are automatically entitled to. That's not to say that you don't deserve them, you do. But know that you are receiving something each time you are with them. No one is permanent, no one is forever. You can never really know anyone completely. They are a wonder. When you begin to meditate, you become the object of concentration. The meditation is a state of deep and utter absorption. That's why when I try to meditate, sometimes I start thinking about other things because I'm attached to them and the outcome. I guess this wasn't that interesting of an entry.
It was
I
good.
heard you
It was-
don't you guys don't freaking know me because it's impossible to freaking know someone. So don't pretend like you know me.
We know everything there is to know about you, and it's actually it's pretty shallow and it's pretty
Name-
boring.
Name 2 things you know about me.
Mustache,
1. Mustache. Red shirt.
balding.
Okay, I said 2.
3 things.
I just said 2. I just asked for 2.
You're
I just
alone.
asked. Stop. I just asked
Flat
for 2.
ass.
I.
Skinny calves.
You got
You
no chance
gotta-
with Cardi B, that's for damn sure.
You don't know. It just.
Tuna sandwiches for lunch
I'm-
sometimes.
You have a little
I'm-
job where you sit at your desk all day.
Yes, you edit things.
I'm comfortable with who I am, and you don't. You just because you can list more
You-
than 2 things doesn't mean you can hurt me. So
Recently,
got-
you were talking to a girl named.
why would
so that
you?
you can bleep it.
I hate you.
Then-
You
What a nightmare.
you didn't make the basketball team in high school.
Yeah, we've talked about that before. So what?
yeah, you almost got
something
a
I know.
hand job on Thanksgiving of 2017.
Yeah,
on
let's
the
just
floor.
reference things we've
And
talked
you
about.
did get
This
a
is
really
great.
rough one in a movie theater one time.
Why we?
From Justin.
It's not
You
true.
wish, bro.
You ride the subway once a week for no other purpose than to meet someone in a casual way,
I'm
sort of like a
house
love
sitting. I'm
actually.
house sitting for my
vibe.
friends in Queens. I
Right,
have to
for an
ride the
aloe
train once a
plant.
week. I work from home.
You're
I don't-
Taking care
always
of an aloe
bleeding.
plant. Yeah, you bleed a lot.
You
I
bleed
bled-
everywhere. In the middle of a pandemic, you go outside and you bleed everywhere.
My
It's
hand,
irresponsible and
dry
selfish.
hands. In the hangnail, I was bleeding on the phone with you the other day, Justin. I didn't know you were going to tell people about it. Yeah, I was
You're
course.
bleeding right
People need
now.
to
All of your
know.
pores are
No.
bleeding.
No, I'm
You
just
guys were on the
wearing red.
phone without me.
Yes, we're friends. I'm
The
allowed
fuck
to call
were you
him.
talking about?
Justin?
Yeah, we
Like,
spoke on the phone.
Conference
Why don't
me
you?
in.
Why don't you call sometime, Molly?
I do. Why
Pick
don't
up
you
the
conference
line.
me into your phone calls? Because I thought only I could talk to you guys each individually, but when you guys talk, I have to be there too. And I thought we all
That's-
sort of agreed on that.
I
don't-
never
like,
signed anything.
I don't
I'm
remember
allowed to
signing
have a
anything.
life outside of our friendship, but to you guys, our friendship is your lives. And like that can be equally
No.
as fulfilling to you.
I think that's the case.
So I just want to make sure we're all on the same page about that.
Definitely not.
And next
sure
time,
not.
all you have to do is take the phone away from your ear and just press. It says add call, and then you just scroll through your contacts. Although
yeah,
I'm
we know how-
probably your
yeah, yeah.
favorites, so I'm probably
No,
on the top
not
of
favorite.
Your
I know how to
contact
do
list.
it. I know
And
how.
search like best friend Molly or like Hottie or
Hottie.
best girl in the
it's
world.
just Molly on my
smart
phone. Just Molly.
Molly,
Adolf.
Mollie Adolf.
Molly, the best girl
and
in the
last name.
world. I love
No, there's no
her.
descriptors. I don't even think I have a
And then
contact
there's, like,
photo.
Cute pictures and like emojis that
No.
describe my person.
I would
So
never
just,
use
like,
an emoji.
Look for like anything like that in your contacts, and that's me. And then you conference me in, and
No, yeah,
What's
no, I
that?
get it.
The
I've
phone
conferenced in
call-
other people
Molly,
before,
what?
never you though.
What are we in your phone? Is it just our names?
no, are you kidding?
What are we?
Justin, for the longest time, you were 8 Mile J and your business
Oh,
was
yeah.
shit slaps. Now you're J Boy.
8 Mile J boy.
And there's a picture of me spanking you. Although, no, now
cool.
it's the picture of you with your face out a window where you look like Celine with your teeth.
Oh, yeah.
And
good
then
picture.
with
What photo is that?
Andy.
From the Friday video. Classic.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
then Andy's thing in my phone, it's a selfie of him with his mustache and a really long arm and sort of like a half smile. It's super dopey.
I got
and
long
his
limbs.
Contact is Andy Vega. That's
It's my name.
ANT space HE space VEGA.
Wow.
Vega.
That's pretty cool. You're
So,
Mollie
guys,
Adolf in my
yeah,
phone
no,
and
and
Justin
that hurts.
Kosisky.
That hurts to hear.
Those are your names.
You guys are your names as well, respectively, in my phone. Pro tip, during the pandemic, we got a lot of time on our hands. So what better way to spend that than to organize your contact list and add profile photos to each contact? It's very satisfying to see.
I can think of
What's
a
my
few better
photo?
ways to spend time.
What's my photo, Justin?
I'll show you right now.
What
'Cause I
better
don't
way,
remember.
Andy? What are you, a good person
Help
all of a
others.
sudden?
Donate.
it's-
Yeah, that's real
spend-
cute.
Volunteer.
Well, I'm
you could
gonna
read, you
donate
could
all
journal
day.
to
It takes
better
4 seconds to
yourself.
donate.
It's this picture of you on Pride, I believe.
Okay, so it's me looking pretty. That's me in
Yeah.
at Australia Pride.
Yeah.
Molly, your contact photo
Aw.
on mine, I think you gave to me. It's like
That's so fucked up, Andy.
you being fucking. I think it like defaulted, like we were
You
near each
probably
other in
asked
Apple.
me for it.
Probably.
Didn't we recently text about this? We were like, "Well, guys,
Yeah, I
what's your
think I
contact
asked you
photos
for it.
each other?"
Yeah.
So
yeah.
what's mine?
You're like smoking a
Is
joint.
it funny? Let me see.
I don't know how to
Guys,
open
I'm your
it.
coolest friend.
Definitely
Open
not.
it. Let me see it. Who's
And
your
we're
coolest friend
probably
if it's
not.
not me?
My coolest friend is probably
Don't say Justin.
my coolest friend.
It's gotta be me, right?
I
you okay?
guess none of my
Molly.
friends are cool.
No, come on.
That's fucked.
I'm
That's
cool.
not true either.
Oh my god, you guys, I'm literally so hot in both of your contact photos, and you guys could not be sillier in my contact photos.
I mean,
Well,
you're
you
just
got to work with what you
smoking a
got.
joint, man.
Yeah, and my jawline looks incredible in that, Andy.
All right.
So actually, you should advertise me with that.
We'll be right back with some improv after the quick break. Uncle Justin,
Yes.
can you read this storybook that I have to me and my sister Breeze?
Sure. Yeah. Just. Oh, really? This book?
Yeah.
Mein Kampf.
We want to hear what happens in the end.
This is a pretty serious book, guys. I don't know.
How come?
Well, it's about. I mean, it's written
It's
by.
about his struggle.
Yeah, but I mean.
It's about his conf.
Okay,
don't-
I'm actually honestly down to switch books, Uncle Justin, if you don't think it's
Alright,
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Because-
Bree's here. Bree's here on
Okay.
mic.
Yeah,
Ah.
and Breeze is Jewish. I'm not. And neither are
Right.
you, Uncle Justin.
Yeah, I know.
Well-
That's why I'm so confused. that
Yeah.
he would-
I
Yeah,
want to hear about the guy's struggle. Let's hear him out.
I don't know if we need to, Breeze.
Let's hear about his comp.
I think Uncle Justin has a good point. He's not really the guy whose comp we need to hear about.
Okay, well,
No,
how about this
that's-
one?
Oh my gosh, really? This book?
Yeah,
The Art of War?
yeah. Or
guys
we could do
sounds
this
better.
one. Art of
Oh.
the Deal.
Infinite Jest. Okay.
Oh, I clearly can't read.
Well,
I
we
thought
can't
I
read,
handed
so
you
that's why
Art
we're
of the
asking
Deal.
you. It's a funny
This-
picture of the Mr. Guy, of the Trump guy, and so we thought maybe
He
you could
looks
read some of it.
Dumb. So
Oh,
yeah,
the-
basically you could choose. We could do the Art of the Deal, Art of War, Mein Kampf, Crime and Punishment, or any of Sylvia Plath's collected poetry.
What about, do you guys have any Dr. Seuss?
Doctor
like
Who.
Dr. Seuss's ABC, or If I Ran the Zoo,
What?
or Oh Say Can You Say?
We've never heard of
Or-
these.
Fuck.
The
What about the
Rainbow
brothers
Fish, or-
Karamazov? by
Ah.
Dostoevsky.
Yeah.
You guys, these aren't really like bedtime books.
Well,
you
then
know?
make
War and
up a
Peace?
fucking story then, Uncle Justin. You're
Whoa.
being a bad uncle.
Yeah, tell us
Can.
a story.
I'm tired of this.
Jeez, all
I
right.
wanna
Tell
hear
us about
something
your
good.
conf.
Yeah.
Uncle Justin, tell us about your conf.
You guys don't want to hear about my conf.
We
We
do.
want to hear about your conf.
You do? All right. Take a lie down.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a lie down.
I'm snuggling on the cold hard
Can
ground.
move over.
I want this side of the tile.
Can you always get that side of the tile?
Well, yeah, because my
Mom
name's
said it's my
Can,
turn.
Breeze. My name is Can, so I'm gonna
Is-
get whatever side of the tile I want.
Let him choose because his name is Can.
Thank you.
Okay,
This isn't
so,
fair.
you know, when two people love each other, it never lasts, unfortunately. So this is kind of my conf. Basically, I got divorced.
We cut to Justin crying in a swamp.
Oh my god, what the fuck did I do to deserve this?
Ribbit.
You became a frog,
Ribbit.
and then you impregnated me, and I had these weird frog kids.
Ribbit.
I'm sorry I became a frog, alright? I didn't have much of a choice.
You didn't have to kiss that whore.
I didn't have to, but I was enticed to.
Yeah. So you did that. So let's start there. You cheated on me. Then you came home
Here we
as
go.
here we go. As a human, so you disguised yourself, right?
Yeah,
I
I
had
wore a
no idea that
t-shirt.
you were part frog.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then you impregnated me,
correct,
And-
as a frog.
right? And then I birthed frogs.
Ribbit.
Well,
Hello?
I birthed
Ribbit.
tadpoles.
Ribbit. Hello.
Yes, I know, I remember.
Yeah, and so all this to say, it's over. You can't just impregnate someone without first disclosing the state of your being. You know, if I had an STD, I would let you know. If I were a frog,
I don't
I'd
have
let you
an
know.
STD.
You are a frog,
That's so
though.
different.
It's
cut back.
analogous.
We cut back to the story time. So, Uncle Justin, you were a frog and she didn't know you were a frog, and you had intercourse and she
Basically,
had no idea you were a frog? I don't understand.
yes, I disguised myself. I wore a freaking t-shirt and
During sex?
yes,
A t-shirt like a human t-shirt?
a human t-shirt. It was way too big, but it worked.
Your ex-wife sounds stupid.
Thank you,
How-
Breeze.
Did your penis look different as a frog than as a human? Like, wouldn't you
Surely
No,
know?
it did.
No, it was
Surely
the
No.
same.
did.
It was the
You had a
only
human-
part.
You had a human
had-
penis on a frog body?
No, he had a
Yes, so you
frog
can
penis on a
imagine.
human body.
Well,
So,
now I
yeah.
do, but when I was a frog, I had my human schlong.
Oh, I see. So when you're in human mode, you have a frog schlong, and when you're in frog mode, you have a human schlong. And
Yes,
the proportions
can.
do not. Okay, don't.
Now you're
So
getting
then-
it.
I feel like I would have, this is weird of me to say as your niece, but I would be happy if that were the case with my partner. I'd rather them be in frog form with male genitalia than
Most people
in
would.
human form with frog genitalia.
Most people would.
But it does sound,
But
Uncle
not
Justin.
Aunt Sadie.
It sounds like Aunt Sadie just, when she looked at you, all she saw was your genitalia. That she didn't see you
Yeah.
as
For
a
who
person
you
to
are.
love.
Objectified. She objectified.
And that's
me,
your comp.
And that's my conf.
That's a fair comp, Uncle Jay.
It's a really good story, Uncle Jay. Just
I wonder what mine comp will be when I'm older.
Well, you'll figure it
Can?
out.
We all know what your conf is
We
gonna
all
be.
know what Can's
Why?
conf is, and
What
it's
do you
your
mean?
dumbass
His name is
name.
Can.
It's
what do you
Can.
mean? Your life isn't predetermined by your name. Just because I'm named Can doesn't mean
Most
But you're not gonna hold
people's
pickles your whole life?
most people's lives are not determined by their names, but yours, unfortunately, is so bad that it is going to be determined by your name because your name is Can.
Uncle
And mine's-
Justin.
Mine's so good.
Yes.
So I'm like
Breeze, you have a
whimsical and
good-
like lighthearted, and people are always relieved to see me and feel me. I'm sort of like a breath of fresh air.
I don't want to be a Can. I want to be a regular boy.
You're durable.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. I wish.
durable and
I
you
just
don't
wish there
spoil.
was some magic in the world that could change everything for me.
Dad?
Hey, honey, how's it going? You want some pancakes?
Yeah,
I already served you a plate. It's more of a rhetorical question. What's up, honey? Here are your pancakes.
Okay. I just like want to get this show on the road with the tooth thing. I need to put a down payment on my new place, and just the sooner we can get this baby tooth out of here, the quicker I can start doing the paperwork with the realtors, so get my money, you know what I mean? So I was thinking we could arrange something where you tie something around my tooth and slam a door, something like that, just because I'm trying to get to the next step, you know?
Look, honey, I'm your dad. I love you a lot, and I know the Tooth Fairy promised you a lot this year, but I don't want to get involved with all this magic stuff. I don't want to trick the Tooth Fairy into paying you early or anything, because I've messed with these people before, and they do not take kindly to being scammed. You do not want to fuck with the Tooth Fairy, all right?
It's
So
not a
just let it happen naturally.
It's not a trick, though. This isn't like the time I put a kernel of corn under my pillow. I'm like asking you to take the tooth out of my mouth. So I'll really lose the tooth, and then that way we can expedite the process, and I can
Right.
put that down payment down on my house and sort of
Li-
move out and whatever.
Listen, first of all, you don't need to move out so soon. I think we're having a good time.
All right. Well, it's been 5 years in this house, right? So I think it's about time I skedaddle.
You're
You know,
5
I
years
don't.
old. You're 5
Right.
years old. Yeah.
Right. So that's longer than like high school, right? So it's time for the next chapter.
You are too smart for
Look,
your own gosh darn
we could
good.
go
You know
back and
that?
forth all day, Larry.
All right,
I really just need a nice down payment for my place.
let me talk to my lawyer. Okay, let me call up Jim. Ring, ring, ring.
Jim here, Jim's Law.
Jimmy, hey, it's Larry, man. How are you?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Just closed a case on a murder.
Really?
And he did it, and I got him out scot-free.
Oh wow, are you allowed to say that? Sounds.
I don't know, but you know, we
Okay,
go
well, that's
way
why-
back. We go way back. I trust.
All right, that's why you're my lawyer. Well, Jim, I wanted to ask you
Did you kill
kid-
somebody?
No.
Because
not
I
yet.
got you. If you did, you know that.
Thank you. I know that. But I'm trying to, gotta sort of trick the Tooth Fairy again. The kid's trying to really.
What?
I know, and this, I'm
Larry,
paying you right now.
listen.
So this is between us.
You do not want to fuck with the Tooth Fairy. You don't cross that line. These people are serious, dude.
I know. It's just she's pushing me. She really wants to
She's
get down.
5. How
I
much?
know. She's very smart.
You're
She's
the
very.
parent. Tell
Can
her
I talk
no.
to Jim?
Yeah.
Conference me in.
Jim, I'm gonna put you on speaker.
Jim,
Okay.
no, Larry,
Hi,
don't.
Jim.
Hi,
Hi.
sweetheart. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing, Jim?
I'm doing pretty good. I just
been
closed
following-
a case on a murder, and he did it, and I got him off scot-free, so I'm basically
Nice.
on cloud 11.
Yes, that's public defense, my friend.
It's a big payday
That's
for me.
Good. Hell yeah. What's your paycheck looking like these days?
Pretty fat, pretty thick.
Nice. That's actually why I wanted to talk to you.
Oh, boy.
Do you want these
listen,
pancakes, honey? Because I'm kind of hungry. Is it cool if I just go for them?
Yeah, you can have them, Dad. Do you want me to warm them up for you, or
No. You talk to Jim. I'll
do
just.
you want me to cut them? Or to
No,
bite-sized pieces? You could cut them yourself.
No, I'll be okay. I can.
Do you want to do
do
it with the side of the fork, or should I show you how to use the knife?
No, I can do it myself. Actually.
All right.
But-
All right. So why don't you just let me talk to Jim then?
Of course,
the-
leader.
All right, Jim.
course,
Jimbo. Jimmy.
Okay, hello, little girl. Listen, your dad told me you're trying to get some crap done with the Tooth Fairy, and I'm just gonna tell
Yeah,
you.
I'm trying to sort of move things forward.
I'm gonna tell you, you really don't want to cross that line. These people
Taking
are.
my future into my own hands.
You need to learn how to live life on life's terms, little girl. Okay, the tooth will go
You gotta
when it's
know my
ready.
name by now, right?
I should, and I apologize. I don't remember.
Clarissa.
Clarissa. You think I would
So-
remember that?
We cut to later that night. Clarissa is pretending to be asleep in bed, and she's holding a gun underneath the blanket. The tooth fairy flies through the window. Let's see what's under here. Oh, what the hell? There's nothing.
Freeze!
I could have sworn. Oh my god.
Well, well, well. If it isn't Miss Tina Tooth Fairy.
Hello, Clarissa. I
We meet again.
I just want to warn you. You will regret this.
We'll regret what? I'm the one with the gun here, Tina.
Mm.
So if anyone's going to regret anything, it's you not complying with my terms and conditions.
Lay out your terms.
Here are my terms, Tina. I got a tooth here. It's loose, and I know you want it. I know you need one last molar to build your brand new house. Isn't that right?
In a roundabout way.
Right. So I have something you need. And I know how much my teeth are valued up there because I've been brushing since I was 0 years old. They're
We
white,
cut
they're
to the
pearly.
courtroom. Your Honor, Clarissa did not kill the tooth fairy. There's no way. She's 5. Where would she even get a gun, Your Honor? It doesn't add up. I'm sorry, but it just doesn't add up. Trust me on this. Your Honor.
The crowd in the courtroom starts clapping.
Objection.
What?
No, I'm sorry. As the judge, no objection. That was the most beautiful argument I've heard in a court in a long time. Kid,
Thank
you got
you.
props. I know she did it, honestly. But like that was really good. So
Thank you, Your
honestly.
Clarissa's got a
Honor.
knowing grin. Cut to outside the courthouse press conference. Clarissa's on the mic. Hi, everybody. Hello. Yes, it's me, the infamous murderer 5-year-old. And to all my haters out there and to all my fans, I just did what you guys couldn't. So I'm sorry that the Tooth Fairy is sort of over for all of you guys. But if you had seen it as an investment opportunity the way I did, maybe we wouldn't be having this conversation, right? Because all of us would have timeshares in Hawaii by now, because we would have been using this whole tooth fairy shit to get rich quick, take over the world as the younger generation. But clearly I'm in this alone. So I took things into my own hands. I killed the tooth fairy, which I can say out loud because the judge knows and it's already been ruled that it's fine. And so if anyone needs me, I'll be moving to my new place. It's a sweet little sort of humble abode right on the tail end of the Caribbean islands. I get to watch the waves come in and out every day. Not great cell reception, but you win some, you lose some. So, any questions?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah. CNN reporter.
Hey, yeah, David Crunch, CNN. Do you feel any sort of guilt or disgust with your own self as a human, since the judge actually admitted that he knew you did it, and everyone, public consensus has voted that you've done it, and the evidence points towards you, and you got away scot-free, and you killed a internationally renowned icon, the Tooth Fairy.
Thank you for your question, David. I do appreciate it. I have learned in my long time on this earth.
You're 5, right?
Right. That it's a dog-eat-dog world out there. And if I didn't kill the Tooth Fairy for my own gain, someone else was about to. So I hear what you're saying. And to answer your question, no regrets. I am so much happier than I would have been if I hadn't taken things into my own hands.
Suddenly a lightning strike hits Clarissa in the forehead, and the crowd is dispersed. She is erupted into flames, and throughout the ashes, a frog emerges. It's Clarissa.
Wait a minute. Something about Clarissa, guys, huh?
Something
She's
about
a-
Clarissa.
Something
She's a
about
girl
her.
who knows what she wants.
I mean, she definitely read Mein Kampf. I love how that all that started with just putting out Mein Kampf as the first book you wanted to read the kids.
Can we, as a group, like get over the whole like? I'm gonna backtrack on my words. I'm Jewish.
Sure.
My last name is Adolf.
Mm-hmm.
Holocaust jokes have been very rampant in my life. You might even
Sure.
say I'm desensitized. And so it's just funny to me when Justin says Mein Kampf and you looked like you saw a dead body, and I was just elated at the opportunities that would soon emerge. And so I think as a group, I want us to sort of chill out. Like if a Holocaust thing comes up, it's fine, and we can sort of play with it a little bit. I'm not saying we should go for it, but we don't have to shy away.
I'm pretty sure we've talked about Mein Kampf on the show before. It's
Listen,
also part of it.
Not in a released
It
episode.
just happened. I thought, what is a book
It's a
that a
perfect
kid
book.
probably wouldn't want for
It
a
was-
bedtime
I understand.
story?
I
Ideal.
understand.
And it was
It set the tone.
it's at the tone. It's.
I wanna
Should I
see
stop recording?
No.
No.
Justin.
I
want to
didn't.
see
Son
a
of shit.
future episode where Clarissa and Breeze meet up and they just become a power lesbian couple.
Jeez.
And yeah, I'm both of them.
Yeah.
And I'm very attracted to both of them
To
for their
yourself.
personalities and their strong will. They're brilliant.
I get it. You want to fuck
Clarissa's-
yourself.
She's
in
got a
2 different
down
ways.
payment.
As
She's
a
5 years old. I
Yeah,
don't
we
have
barely
a down
even touched
payment.
on that. Well, yeah, I
Right.
mean,
So, you mean what? You mean what? All right. Wouldn't be an ep without one of you guys.
thanks for listening to Journal Me Fine. Maddie
I
CASALE,
guess.
thanks for the entry. Mad Hoops on Twitter. Friends by Force on YouTube. Follow Moonchild Mollie. That's Mollie with an IE on IG. Buy her jewelry. Justin Artboy on Instagram. Justin's art makes music. Justin Kosisky on Spotify. Andy Vega everywhere. Justin Comedy on TikTok and YouTube. Email us your journal entries and you'll be on the show. journalmefine@gmail.com. Journal Me Fine on Instagram. Too many plugs. We'd love for you to subscribe, rate, review the podcast. Listen again. Thanks for listening, everyone.
And
Mollie,
don't
Justin,
forget to donate to charity.
Kamala, if
forget.
you're listening,
donate to charity.
I
She's not.
did manifest you being in the White House on episode 5. And I just want to say I'm really proud of us. We did this. We got here together. So
Good job,
Welcome
Mollie.
to
That
the
was
White
all
House.
you.
thank
Thanks,
you.
guys. Bye.
Couldn't have done it by myself.
My head hurts. Write it down. I've got work. Write it down. My car died. Write it down. I've got no drive. The car is a metaphor for motivation. So it's kind of fine, I guess. Journal me fine, I guess. Journal me fine, I guess. Journal me fine, I guess. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to Journal Me Fine.